So, I bark on a song. Fuck off.
You shake a pretty mean cake, Batman.
I'm about to waste my fucking money on the M&M Funko.
Need to stop! Help me!
That's too many of them. What are we going to do?
Sorry I'm late. Bring me that horizon. Afraid I got lost on the path of life.
You gotta go, you gotta go.
What's going on, bitches?
What's up, everybody?
What's happening?
Hope everybody's having a great week so far.
Your boy shaved his beard off. I hate this shit, but I had a job interview. And no, I did not wear my Shrek shirt. Even though I wanted to, I was thinking about it. I was like, should I be cultured? But I had to dress a little bit casual. So, yeah.
I got my my Naruto sweatshirt on today.
Eee, that's sick.
So, yeah, it's like that material that you used to like get every like random anime sweatshirt in that was just like fucking bright blue with like, oh, like it's like that nylon.
I remember that.
Yeah, you know, everybody would be like, oh, I'm gonna order this sweatshirt off Amazon, and it shows up. It's like that fucking nylon material.
I had one that had Takashi on it, I think. Yeah.
I think a lot of people had that at one point.
Yeah.
It's funny you say that about your beard too, because like this week, for whatever reason, dude, I've had like 4 people be like, dude, the beard looks good. I'm like, what the fuck? Like, I haven't done anything different. I don't think it's gotten any longer in the past week.
You don't comb or groom it? You don't do that?
No.
I
just go like this.
No, but like your beard's at the perfect length, though. Your beard's at like the perfect length.
Yeah, I just trying to get it to like, you know, connect a little bit better.
When mine's at its full length, it's not even as thick as yours is, but like it's still like I'm gonna try because I had to shave because I had a job interview, and I'm gonna be keeping it short because I have more interviews. But after that, once I have a new job secured, your boy's getting a whole freaking.
It was funny too because like I was thinking about shaving, and then fucking Fizzbert, our friend, his nickname is Fizzbert. He goes, bro, the beard looks fucking good, and I was like, what? And then like the next day, dude, I was at work, and like 2 customers were like, yeah, dude, that beard looks nice. Wish I could grow one like that. And then literally like this morning, I was at a morning meeting, and somebody goes, dude, I didn't even recognize you. Like, your beard looks really good. Keep growing it. I was like, that's weird. That's just weird. No one ever talks about like, I'm like, last time I shaved was like the summer, maybe.
Damn.
Like I trim it. Don't get me wrong. Like I do stuff to it, but that's to make it grow in more.
Well, you know what though?
Like, I'm trying to beard it up, like legitimately,
like. Are you trying to have like a Gimli beard? Is that what you're trying to go for?
Dude, if I could literally get it to the length where I could like fucking braid it, I would for like a cosplay or something. 100%.
Yo, bro. No, bro. Kratos' beard would be fucking awesome.
Like Viking beard? Yeah, I'd do that. And like when I'm old and it's gray, dude, I'm going full wizard. I don't give a fuck. Full wizard all the way, because that's
the hat, the like long hair. Dude, back in our high school days, Ron had long hair.
Yeah, I did. I had long hair on the stream, dude.
Right? Yeah. Well, no, but like your hair was longer though. Your hair was like down here.
Dude, my hair was down to here when I was on John's stream.
Oh, okay. I forgot exactly when
clips
you
in Ronnie's
cut
video of my hair being that long.
Yeah, where he was doing the slay queen slay shit. Yeah.
Motherfucker, you gotta get the hair out of your eyes. Like, it's like 11:30 at night. I'm like midstream. John's bowling. All of a sudden, he's just at a bowling alley. I'm sitting there. I'm like, oh, shit. Yeah, I'd grow my hair out again. It's a pain in the ass, though.
And you asked me whether you should cut it, and I said no. But then you just did it anyway. So
I cut it. Yeah, I cut it last winter. Yeah, last winter. And then I've been rocking it short since end of April.
Do you like it shorter or do you like it long?
I like both. Probably the same. Long is just like a lot more work.
Yeah.
Like this dude, I don't have to do nothing. My hair naturally grows like this, so I just leave it. If I want to grow it out again, there's gonna be like a 2-month period where I just have to wear a hat.
Damn.
Because I got this cowlick back here, and that shit just like this for like 2 months until it like falls down.
Back here, yeah. So
it's a pain in the ass.
The absolute worst.
It's a pain in the ass. But now, yeah, I'm thinking about it. But like, here's the problem though. By the time my hair's long again, it's gonna be summer.
Damn.
So I'll be sweating my ass off again. That's when I cut it because it was summer, and I was doing asphalt and seal coating.
Yeah.
I got sick and tired of like sweating my fucking ass off because it was like
the timelines match up now. Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, because it was like freaking. It's already like 90 something degrees out, and then I'm working on hot asphalt, which makes it like 110 degrees. Because the heat from the asphalt is coming up while you're getting beamed by the sun and there's no shade. So I'm just like, yeah, I'm done with this.
Yeah.
You do not want to get like a speck of asphalt in your hair. When that shit's long, it like glues it together and you can't get it out. Like, it just sucks.
Sounds like the worst.
It sucks. It hurts. You like
never work in a kitchen and your hair gets like caught on fire.
Bro, and my hair is so freaking curly too that like when I'm combing that shit, I'm just pulling fucking chunks out. Like Like,
are you sure you're not balding, Brody?
No, I mean like to get the knot undone, I'd have to hold my hair, do the fucking knot, and sometimes the knot wouldn't come undone because it literally goes like this and ties like a military grade knot in my hair, and I'm just like, I get pissed off and I just go, fuck it. Like,
you know what fucking annoys me, Roland? I got a fucking bald spot now, bro. You'll see it on Saturday. I got a fucking like bald spot back here, bro. That shit's ass.
Fuck it, dude. You go bald, just go bald. Go bald, rock a beard.
You know, could y'all see me popping on stream looking like Matt Risman? That should be so funny.
I've seen you nearly bald before.
Yeah, nearly bald by like my own choice. I don't want to lose this. It took me years to like grow this shit out.
Wait, where's the bald spot? Like here? Like here?
Yeah.
Bro, fucking shave all the sides.
As well. Yeah, true.
But do your hair a little bit different so you don't look like a fuckboy.
Well, no, but like my family has like recessive hair loss or something. That shit basically runs in my family. Like, so like I'm gonna be bald by like 50. So I might as well just start to keep my hair short.
Like, dude, if I started going bald, I'd just shave my head and rock a
beard. So you would just like fully go bald? Like, yeah. Damn.
Yeah, you don't want to be in that in-between phase. You just look weird.
Well, yeah, because like if you're like 30 and you look like Murr from Impractical Jokers, like you kind of don't you kind of don't want that.
Yeah, just fucking shave it.
Go to
a barber who's like not afraid to use a straight razor and just.
I was thinking about going short again. Like I was thinking about doing like a buzz cut again, seeing how like that would look on me modern day. But like I would obviously have my beard full in, and then I would just do like a buzz cut. I kind of wonder how like that would look. It would.
Dude, I would do the whole fucking Kratos. Like if I went bald, I'd just keep the beard, grow the beard out. Because like facial hair, even if you're like balding on your head, facial hair is completely different.
Yeah, I've always wondered that. Why is facial hair different from the hair on your head? It's weird.
I don't know. Like yeah, like facial hair has this gonna sound so fucking weird. But it's true. Facial hair is like body hair. Like body hair fucking like chest hair, pubes, fucking that shit is like the same thing as like it grows on a different level than like head. Head is feel your fucking hair and then feel your beard. It feels different.
Yeah. No,
Completely different.
I never thought of it in that way. I guess it just grows differently, but
yeah. So now I'm just like not gonna shave. I mean, I'll try.
Yeah, no, don't, bro.
Don't get me wrong. Like, if there's like a piece of hair that's sticking out, like I'm gonna take care of it. But like,
hold on. Before we get started on like our topics and shit, Qui-Gon. I kind of always thought that you should like maybe grow your beard out like the length. It's a little bit too much, but you could like make it work. I think you could pull this off. I've always thought that you could do this.
Yeah, if I grew my hair out again, 100%.
Your hair was that long once.
I know. So. If I got my hair back to that, dude, I used to wear the Qui-Gon hair.
Yeah,
you remember that? I used to have my hair down and have the Qui-Gon like ponytail.
Yeah,
and people used to say I looked like Qui-Gon. That was cool.
Yeah, that was in like junior year, I think, right?
No, that was like college.
That was college.
Yeah, that was like 2 years ago. That was before.
Yeah, actually, that tracks because you have your hair in a ponytail in like a lot of our early YouTube episodes.
In senior year, I had long hair.
Yeah. Yep. Very long hair. So tell me about Black Snape. What's happening there?
Well, if I can talk about it, if it's true, then Harry Potter, the TV show, is dead on arrival. Hold on.
I thought JK was in charge of this shit.
Yeah, well, JK might have a thing about trans women being actual women, but she does not have a thing about anything else. She is very hardcore leftist. So the British I May Destroy You actor is being eyed for a fan favorite role in the eagerly anticipated fantasy series, the Harry Potter TV show. Papa Essiadu eyed to play Severus Snape in HBO's Harry Potter TV show.
Is he a good actor, though?
I find it funny. Have you ever heard of him?
No.
Exactly. So, I May Destroy You. Yeah, you might destroy this show before it's even filmed. HBO is circling British actor Papa Essiadu to play one of the hottest TV roles being cast this year. The I May Destroy You actor is up for the role of Professor Severus Snape. And this is according to the Hollywood Reporter.
Yeah, I don't know how true this is.
Well, that's the thing. The Hollywood Reporter's been pretty on point recently. In HBO's Harry Potter TV series, multiple sources tell the Hollywood Reporter sources say the actor has been offered the part, although it is not clear if negotiations have begun in earnest. Snape is the wickedly smart and casually cruel Hogwarts potions master who comes across as the story's primary antagonist in the show's first season. However, Snape is also described as hooked-nosed, like pale, sickly looking. I don't know about you.
Alan Rickman in the Harry Potter movies.
This guy doesn't look hooked nosed, pale, or sickly. With long black greasy hair.
That's why I saw Adam Driver being the perfect Snape.
Because he's fucking ugly. Like that's it's the truth of the matter. Like people have said for years, he's
fucking ugly.
He is like he's not conventionally attractive. He's not fucking like I don't know, like a or a Chris Hemsworth. Like he's not like that. Like chicks think that's hot. Chicks think Adam Driver is hot because he's strange looking.
True.
That's the reason.
And he had his shirt off a couple of times during the like sequel movies.
Yeah, but like that's why like females find him attractive because he's strange looking. He's like I wouldn't say exotic, but like he's not conventionally attractive.
Exactly, right.
And everybody agreed, like fans included, were like, yeah, like he would be the one because everybody wants British actors to do this show. And everybody would be like, yeah, but like he could be an exception. Because he would fit the role of Snape so well. He's the right age. He looks the part. And you know he can play that type of emo-ass character because he did it for 3 movies with Kylo Ren.
And he would have a significantly better script.
Well, one would hope.
Yeah.
So this to me just reeks of like the DEI bullshit that we've been getting in all of these shows. And like, I don't know what HBO's thinking or J.K. Rowling's thinking, because if this happens, you have another like okay, here it is. I guess they want their own rings of power because if you do this, you'll be getting it. And the thing about
it's one character, but I see what you're saying.
Dude, but it is one of the most fan beloved characters.
That's true.
People had a problem with Alan Rickman being Snape because he wasn't ugly enough.
I mean, he looked like Snape though.
Yeah, but like, it wasn't a major problem. And people were like Alan Rickman's kind of too good looking to be Snape was the thing. But no one minds.
This guy's handsome looking, so he can't be Snape.
Roman, I'm sorry to say this, but he's also black. Like that changes everything about this character. So now what? Are you gonna have James Potter and Sirius Black bully the fuck out of him? For why now? Because he's a fucking black dude? Like, why are they fucking bullying him as a kid?
James and Sirius were racist as shit.
Yeah, why do they hate him so much? Because, like, I guarantee you, they ain't gonna race swap Dean Thomas or Kingsley Shacklebolt or Angelina Thompson. They ain't gonna race swap.
Bro, no one brought her up. No, bro. They're gonna make Angelina white.
Yeah, they're not gonna race swap the fucking like. There's no point to this. There's no point. And I bet you HBO's going, well, it worked with the Valarians in House of the Dragon. You know what? In a way, it made it better because it made Rhaenyra look that much more of a fucking idiot because her children were white as fuck. And it showed the corruption of the throne because everybody was like, they're not even mixed kids, bro. There's no way they are Laenor's children. But we all have to act like they are Laenor's biological children, even though they have black hair and they're white as snow. Like, it was clear that Rhaenyra's children were bastards. That's what caused this entire thing. But everybody had to act like they were Laenor's kids. So, yeah.
So it serviced the plot is what you're saying, yeah.
Actually making the Valarians black made that tension a little bit better because you could tell that they were all bullshitters.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, this doesn't add any tension to the plot.
This does not fit that same way. At all. Like, it's such a, and you can tell almost that they're trying to get ahead of this. Like, there's almost something vindictive about it. where they're like, okay, Snape is like 90% of everybody's favorite character. That's the one we're going to race swap. That's the first casting we're going to put out there. Notice how they haven't put out the casting for the kids? They haven't talked about
Have they found an actor for Harry yet?
No, they haven't talked about the casting for the kids. They haven't talked about a casting for Dumbledore. They haven't talked about a casting for Hagrid. They haven't talked about a casting for Lupin, Sirius, like Voldemort, any of like the other popular characters. They put out Snape first because they know that Snape is one of everybody's favorites, and they know that this was gonna cause some fucking shit.
Now, this could be rectified if this actor plays him well.
Hold on, in a Harry Potter
if this actor does a good job, then I mean,
well, I'm sure the actor could do a fine job, but he is the farthest from Snape possible. He doesn't look like him physically.
They could have even gone with Smilo Ren, and that would have played out better.
Yes, fucking that dude would have been better. Like, this is it's such bullshit. And so far, no actors have been officially cast in the Harry Potter series, which is aiming for a 2026 debut. And I'm telling you right now, if they cast this guy as Snape, you've already failed. The show's going to be DOA. Because guess what? Black people read Harry Potter too, and they loved Snape, and they loved Alan Rickman as Snape. There was no reason. There was no reason to race swap that character.
Fuck. Cillian Murphy's not going to be Voldemort? Shit. That could have been perfect.
So Mark Rylance, let's look at it. Let's look up a picture of him real quick. So I know that name, but I can't picture the face. Mark Rylance. This I could see. I give him a beard. I can see it. Share this tab instead.
Yeah, I see that.
I can see it. I can see that as Dumbledore. So
yeah, but he would have to have a longer beard though. But yeah, no, I see it. Or if he's not too busy,
being signed for the critical role of the powerful headmaster Albus Dumbledore, the show is hot enough to conjure up several actor rumors. Although the ones summoning Cillian Murphy for the role of Lord Voldemort are not correct, sources add. Shit. Yeah, well, also, Ray Fiennes said that he would play Voldemort again.
Yeah.
So let him. Let him.
You know who I could see is Dumbledore if he's not too old at this point? Anthony Hopkins.
He's too old.
See that.
He's too old.
Bro, Michael Caine and Morgan Freeman are still acting. But
yeah, for an 8-season show though.
Okay, true.
Esiadu started his career at the Royal Shakespeare Company, where he played a title role in productions of Hamlet and King Lear. He's since had multiple films, Murder on the Orient Express and Men. And
he's a theater actor.
And in TV shows Gangs of London, The Lazarus Project, and Black Mirror. Episode Demon 79. He's in one episode of Black Mirror. If Esiadu lands the role, it would be an example of HBO following through on its promise that the series would have a diverse cast.
When did they say that?
But Harry Potter's fucking diverse already. Do you know
when they say that? I never saw them say that.
Harry Potter takes place in 1990 in the first one. You know, London wasn't nearly as diverse as it is today in 1990. Those books had actually like a higher percentage of diverse characters. You have a character named Cho Chang who's an Asian girl with an Irish accent. Like, that is more diverse. All of those characters, the Patel twins, again, Angelina Thompson, fucking Dean Thomas, Kingsley Shacklebolt, and there's another kid, I'm forgetting his name. But all of them, again, that's a higher percentage of different races than actually existed in the UK at the time, considering the main cast of characters.
Yeah.
And the films were criticized for having an entirely white core cast. Well, yeah, because they were in the books.
Most of them, yeah.
Regarding Esiadu's casting, HBO said, "We appreciate that such a high-profile series would draw a lot of rumor and speculation. As we make our way through pre-production, we will only confirm details as we finalize deals." Yeah, don't finalize that one. If you want to make money off of this show, don't finalize it. I don't care how good of an actor he is. Give him the role of Kingsley Shacklebolt. He's not going to pop up until the 5th book or 5th season, but give him that role.
Yeah, and
he looks like he could play a good Kingsley.
Yeah, just not Snape, bro. Like, Tom Jarvis not doing anything.
Here's the other funny thing. This series is described as a faithful adaptation of the beloved Harry Potter book series by author and executive producer J.K. Rowling. This series will feature a new cast to lead a new generation of fandom, full on the fantastic detail and much-loved characters Harry Potter fans have loved for over 25 years. Each season will bring Harry Potter and these incredible adventures to new audiences around the world, while the original, classic, and cherished films will remain at the core of the franchise and available to watch globally. So it will remain a faithful adaptation. Are you sure about that?
Well, she's been adding shit on Pottermore ever since the series ended. So
but are you sure about that? A faithful adaptation of the book series where quite literally all the fan art, not a fan art, all the official art shows these characters as white and shows other characters as black. When Hermione, to this day, is printed on the front of a book as a white girl. Like, I'm just saying, you have characters that you're taking away from by doing this. Dean Thomas has a huge role later on in the novels. Kingsley Shacklebolt is a badass. You're taking away from these characters by doing this. And you can't say it's a faithful adaptation. And by the way, it says that it'll be a hold on, where did it say it? New cast to lead a new generation of the fandom. Yeah, you won't have a new generation of the fandom because all the people, fucking newsflash, that love your books and love your show or love your movies, love them the way they are because they were pretty close to the mark. Next to Lord of the Rings, I'd say they are probably the closest in movie to book form.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't disagree with that.
Yes, you can have a new cast, obviously, but all of the fans of those movies and books are not going to show this to their kids. It's the same mistake that Star Wars made. They killed off the original trilogy characters in the sequels, and Star Wars is back to being a nothing series. Because parents and fans who grew up with it, like people our age, we don't go and say, "Oh, you guys have to see the sequels." No, everybody shows their kids the prequels in the original trilogy and maybe Clone Wars. And they read them the EU books.
Yeah,
no one's reading the High Republic.
If I get a new person into Star Wars, I'll tell them that there's not 9 movies. I'll say that there's 6, and I'll say that, like, you know, Rogue One's a cute little like side film, and then boom,
bro,
you're fine after that.
I've literally had a customer come to me last week at work. I was wearing a Star Wars shirt, and he was like, "Oh, you're a Star Wars fan?" And I was like, "Yeah, I'm a fan of the original stuff." He goes, "Dude, my son loves Star Wars." He goes, "But you know, he's part of the fandom that like," and I went, "Hates the Disney shit," and he goes, "Yeah, so you too?" And I'm like, "Yeah, fuck the Disney shit." And he was like, "Wow, there's a lot of you out there." I'm like, "Yeah, because it's terrible." Because he's like, yeah, my son surpassed me. He loves Star Wars more than I ever did. And he hates the Disney stuff. And I was like, yeah, so do I. It sucks. It's terrible. He goes, can you explain why? And I gave him a brief description why. And he's like, I get it. Because he's an old head. Like, he hasn't watched.
He probably grew up. He probably grew up with the original.
Yeah, he grew up with the original
trilogy. Get it.
And he brought his son to see the prequels.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I was like,
that's kind of the thing, though.
That's what's going to happen with new Harry generations Potter, of fans. Like, no one's going to show their kids this fucking show if you butcher the casting before the show's even out. That's why you don't have people on YouTube in 2024, most of them, going, we're doing it, Rings of Power reaction video for the first time. No, everybody's reacting to Lord of the Rings from 1999 and 2001 to fucking, like, when it was recorded, in 2001 to 2003?
Yeah,
like,
3.
Everybody is reacting to the Lord of the Rings movies, the extended editions. No one is on there going, we're going to react to Rings of Power, because guess what? That'll lose you fucking subs.
And there's a few brave souls even delving into The Hobbit.
Yeah.
Bless them.
But, like, I see reaction channels, and they're going, first time reacting to The Fellowship of the Ring extended edition.
The only way to go, buddy.
If you look up Lord of the Rings reaction on YouTube, you're not getting anybody that looks up Rings of Power.
Well, there are Rings of Power videos, but it's people making fun of it.
It's like, people pointing out the bullshit of it. And that's what's going to happen with this show. So anyway, the Hollywood Reporter continues. The series is written and executive produced by Francesca Gardiner.
JK was on this show.
Mark Millot will executive produce and direct multiple episodes of the series for HBO in association with Bronte Film and TV and Warner Bros. Television. Warner Brothers continues to be the stupidest fucking company on the planet because they have the rights to Lord of the Rings and the rights to Harry Potter, and they do fucking nothing with it. The series is executive produced by and DC, and they continuously just shit on DC. We'll see about James Gunn's Superman. The series
don't even get me started with that, bro.
By Rowling, Neil Blair, and Ruth Kenley Letts of Bronte Film and TV, David Heyman of Heyday Films.
He was on the Harry Potter movies. David Heyman was.
Yes, I know.
Well, that's fun.
So that guy could be your Snape. And I have nothing against Papa Asiadu. Like, he could play probably so many other different characters throughout this show.
I mean, he's got kind of a big nose.
Is it hooked? Alan Rickman had a hooked nose.
Yeah.
Adam Driver has a big old hooked nose.
Snape Driver as Severus Snape. So many people have made fan art. It's perfect. It's literally perfect.
I know.
Like, give him a beard because in the books Snape had one.
Is a terrible idea. Is a terrible idea.
Yeah.
Even if it's not Adam Driver, you got to get somebody who's unknown or somebody who's just fucking weird looking. This guy is not weird looking.
I'm telling you, bro.
Alone, without him being black, he does not look like Snape's described.
I'm telling you, bro.
You're going to give this guy long, greasy hair?
I mean, it could work. Nah.
You ever seen a black man with straight, long, greasy hair?
No.
That's what I'm telling you, dude.
Like I said, whatever the fuck dude's name is, I think Smilo Ren could honestly probably be Snape. He has that look.
Yeah, but his acting's not there.
True, but I'm saying
he could be a
looks it, whereas like Adam Driver's the perfect choice.
He could be a Death Eater for sure.
Even fucking Robert Pattinson probably could have been a good Snape. But
nah.
But
maybe.
But like nah, bro. What I'm worried about
this is like a race thing. It's not. It's a faithful adaptation thing because you have the opportunity to do a faithful adaptation and you're not fucking doing it. And if you don't do a faithful adaptation, no one's gonna care. You're just gonna piss people off because Hollywood has this weird thing where they believe, and this is actually racist as fuck, Hollywood, that you think that black kids didn't grow up reading this. You have people in our government that say, well, black kids don't grow up knowing what a computer is in the inner city. That's racist as shit. Like, it's like, that type of stuff is so fucked to me that you feel like you have to pander to a black audience by taking certain characters and doing this. Like, that's the thing, dude. I see myself in characters that, like, here's the other thing. You have to see yourself in fucking everything, because if you see yourself in fucking everything, then it's not, it doesn't mean anything.
Yeah. No, you're not wrong. Yeah.
Like, and even so, at the same time, you do see yourself in certain characters. And you feel for certain characters. Like,
yeah, like,
I see myself in fucking Eowyn from Lord of the Rings. But
whether he was,
I'm not a fucking woman. Like, but I'm like, yeah, like, I get it. Everybody is talking down to her. No one wants her to be a fucking badass, and she ends up being one on her own volition. Like, that's a story that most people can connect with.
Yep. Yeah.
Same thing with Frodo. Like, I'm not a fucking peace-loving little hobbit who does nothing, but I can see myself in the hero's journey. I can see myself in Harry, and I'm not an orphan.
Like, yeah, like, I see myself in, like, Luke, or, like,
but I'm not an orphan.
When I was in my when I was in my edgier days, I saw a little bit of Anakin within, like, you know, myself. Like, that's kind of the thing, is that, like, you shouldn't see yourself in every single character, because then I think that the illusion's lost after that, because I think a lot of the time what people lose sense of is that this is fiction. We're not supposed to see ourselves in fiction. We're not supposed to.
No, you're supposed to relate with certain characters.
You can relate to certain characters, but not all. But not, like, you know, all of them. No.
Yeah, like, you're not supposed to relate with fucking Palpatine. If you relate with Palpatine, you're a sociopath. You can love him.
Yeah, like,
it's the same thing. Like, you're not supposed to relate with the bad guy.
No, or no, those, like, people that say Sauron was based as fuck. No, he fucking wasn't. Stop saying that shit. But, like,
well, that's like a meme, but, like,
yeah,
Sauron is I can't say allegory because Tolkien hated allegory, but Sauron was the encroachment of industrialism on the beauty of nature. That's what Sauron was.
Mm-hmm.
Because Tolkien hated industrialism and how it was destroying the countryside of England.
Is that why he wrote The Lord of the Rings? Because of his...
It's not why he wrote it, but it's part of it. That's why the Shire is the way it is, because the Shire is supposed to be like how he wishes England was, in a way. And there's people out there that go like, well, the hobbits are communists. They're not. They fucking work and pay. They just live in a society that's peaceful. They're most certainly not a utopia either, and there's quotes from Tolkien explaining that.
Bro, they smoke weed and fucking party. That's fucking awesome. Like,
yeah, but they also work and
yeah, of course,
like, have jobs and have, like, an economy and all this other stuff. Like,
but they're separate from everyone else, though.
Yeah, they just live farther than everybody else. They live away from all the bullshit of, like, the men and the dwarves and the elves and the orcs.
Yeah.
They're the farthest west.
Or it's like how I can not see myself, but my struggles through Gollum. stuff that I've dealt with because
Gollum's an addict.
Yes.
Gollum is like the ring is addiction.
Yep. Exactly. So I don't relate to Gollum. I relate to what he feels like.
And I relate to like people relate with Snape for certain ways, and people love the character of Snape because you hate him for so long, and then you find out all the reasons as to why he's doing what he did.
Exactly.
It's like fucking Itachi in Naruto. Like people, you hate Itachi. You like him as a villain, and then you find out why Itachi did what Itachi did, and you're like, "Holy shit, this guy is great!"
Yep.
Like in Naruto, he is the Snape of Naruto.
That's one of the coolest reveals when you find out that, like, you know, Itachi's good.
I'll be back in a second.
Yeah.
Continue.
Like when you find out that, because like me, I can't speak for y'all, but like me, when I was watching through Naruto, I still thought that Itachi was a sick ass character. But then, like, when like that twist came out that he was actually good, I was like, oh my god, that's fucking genius. And I think that a lot of what the issue is that they're not really explaining, not even like explaining, but like it's just hard for people to, I think, relate to people, because for all of the how people look and like all of that stuff, like that's all fine and dandy and like wonderful and shit like that. Like personally, me, like, it's gonna happen at some point. There is gonna be a Batman who's like black, which personally would not bother me because Batman is not like, he's always drawn as being a white person, but it's not defined that, you know, Bruce Wayne's a white person. He's just always been drawn as that. Whereas like it's like established in writing that Severus Snape has a hooked nose and greasy hair and he's a white person. Like that's what Roland's talking about. It's like I think that you can't change that because that was what was already written. Whereas like,
and people will
I don't know, like
that, like, well, Hermione was black in The Cursed Child. The Cursed Child was a fan fiction that was written by a fan and signed off to be turned into a play. And the actress that was cast in the play was the best actress for the role because everybody else who tried to get cast in that didn't do well, and she happened to be a mixed African girl.
Well,
and also it's just, like, that worked better for the role, but that's a play that's not ever specifically written in the Cursed Child fan fiction that Hermione's black.
It was also
which, by the way, is a terrible story. Don't read it.
Well, Roland has, you know, admitted this too. It was stupid of J.K. Rowling to say that story is canon. That was so stupid of her to say. She should never have said that ever.
No, it's terrible because you're supposed to believe that sometime in between the Half-Blood Prince and the Deathly Hallows that Voldemort banged Bellatrix Lestrange.
Dude,
they had a child.
She's like super pregnant at the Battle of like Malfoy Manor. No, she's fucking not.
Yes.
No.
When she throws that knife through the fucking through them apparating and it kills Dobby. Yeah, she's like 9 months pregnant. Like,
no, she's not. No. But yeah, so we have been on the downward spiral.
She's torturing fucking Hermione, like carving fucking mud blood into her arm, and Hermione's screaming. She's 9 months pregnant. Like, get the fuck out of here. And then she gives birth and puts the child in a fucking orphanage. And the child finds out about, like, her mother and father being...
And then her great plan is to stop Voldemort from killing Harry's parents.
To go back in time, yeah. Like...
Hey, listen. JK kind of had the Kishimoto effect, though, going on, because she had Mrs. Weasley kill fucking, like, Bellatrix. It should have been Neville. Why did Neville kill her? Why did Neville kill her?
Yeah.
Why was it Mrs. Weasley that fucking... It was Mrs. Weasley that killed Bellatrix Lestrange. Why? That's so stupid. That's so stupid. No, but...
She killed Fred.
Okay,
George
like,
loses an ear, and then Fred. Yeah, I think Bellatrix kills Fred during the Battle of the Battle of Hogwarts. I think it's Fred.
I mean, yeah, like, now that you said that, this guy looks like he could be a Kingsley Shacklebolt. I see that shit,
bro. Let me look up a picture of Kingsley real quick.
Yeah.
Straight up.
You may not like him, Minister, but you cannot deny Dumbledore's got style.
Dumbledore's got style.
Yep. Yeah.
You know who else has style? Fucking Kingsley, dude.
Dude, Kingsley is definitely high as fuck constantly.
Dude, he's a G. He's a G of a character.
Yeah. Kingsley's like, cool, man.
In the books, he's great. He didn't get a huge role. But in the books, he's great.
Yeah.
In the movies, he doesn't get a huge role. But in the books, he's awesome. Because you're taking the longest Harry Potter book and turning it into like a 2-hour movie. Like, that's not... It's the same thing with Goblet of Fire. Like, there's so much shit left out of Goblet of Fire. There's so much shit left out of Order of the Phoenix. And, like, going on, like... Yeah, Kingsley's a fucking G. And actually, no, the first time Kingsley pops up is in Prisoner of Azkaban.
Is it?
Yeah, because that's when he says Dumbledore's got style.
No, he says that in Order of the Phoenix.
Oh, it is Order of the Phoenix. You're right.
Yeah. It's when, Dumbledore escapes from Fudge and
I know
Umbridge,
when it is, I thought that had to do with Sirius. No, it doesn't. You're right.
Nah.
But
there's when Kingsley showed up before that, though.
I think he does in the books.
He's definitely in like Goblet of Fire, but those books all blend together. But like before we get off the Harry Potter topic, though, tell me if you think that I'm necessarily wrong here. You like, if I could go back in time, I would tell JK to make the final three books into like 2, because really the Half-Blood Prince does not need to be as fucking long as that book is.
Half-Blood Prince is fire.
It's a good book.
It's
but
fire,
it's
dude.
Unnecessarily long.
That book is so good, and somehow it's like the weakest movie.
Dude, how? How is that the weakest movie? That's like some of the most interesting shit.
The book is a banger, but the movie's probably the weakest.
Yeah.
Which is like
unfortunately
so weird. It's so weird. Like, I love retroactively, like, I love the Half-Blood Prince movie. But, like, you gotta think about it. It's mostly just walking around in the school and, like, talking. It's like
love
a lot
shit.
of talking. It's a lot of walking around.
And a lot of romance bullshit.
Yeah. But
yeah,
it is, like, probably my second favorite out of the books. I don't know. Goblet of Fire is probably my second. Half-Blood Prince is probably my third, because I love Order of the Phoenix.
Order of the Phoenix is a goddamn master.
Yeah, it's a banger. It's a banger. But so, like, those 3 books, like 4, 5, and 6, are bangers.
Honestly, the first half of Deathly Hallows is okay, but like the second half carries it kind of hard. Once
Well,
Once they-
movie wise, I would say that the first half of Deathly Hallows is the weakest movie, in my opinion.
Yeah.
But
I'm talking more so.
I think this time of year, it's definitely time for a Lord of the Rings rewatch because that happens multiple times a year. But I like to watch them around Christmas because that's when they all came out, and same thing for Harry Potter. So I think I got to do a Harry Potter rewatch because I haven't done it in a while.
Just really fast. If you want for Saturday, invite one of your homies over. Maybe we can pop on a Lord of the Rings movie on the projector outside. That'd be cool.
I can see it. Well, I was gonna see what Mike's doing anyway, but
yeah, no, but so what's going on with the War of the Rohirrim?
So they released the first 8 minutes of the War.
Okay.
So
not the first. You've wanted Lord of the Rings anime for years now.
I don't think it's the first 8 minutes, but it's like 8 minutes of the movie. Maybe it is the first 8 minutes.
Why did they make it a show? Would this be better as a show?
No, this wouldn't even this. Bro, it's like 2 pages of the appendices.
Oh, okay. Okay.
The story of Helm Hammerhand could be extended into a 2-hour movie if you did it about Helm Hammerhand.
But this is not about him, right?
You're about to see that it's really about his nameless daughter from the appendices, and
oh my god,
it's also like the animation, dude. That's one of the things that Crimson and I talked about on Saturday.
So my question is
funky. It's funky. It's
the shit in this movie. Did it happen?
No. Yes. No? Yes and no. Yes and no. And we'll go through this. But yeah, there's parts where the animation goes into like CGI with like a static background. It's weird. I'll talk about it when we get there, but
okay.
This is a 2-hour and 11-minute movie, and I have to see it in order to review it. And it comes out this week. Roman, you're going with me.
Do I have to?
Yes. Because I reviewed all of Rings of Power and Acolyte by myself. So
when's it drop? When's it come out?
Thursday, tomorrow.
Fuck me, bro.
So we'll go like next week or something. We're watching.
Yeah, that's fine. We can just go on Monday. That's fine.
Yeah, we're gonna go and see this movie because
you're off on Monday, so that's fine.
I'm not going by myself, and I'm not gonna subject my mom to this either because I think she's just gonna get annoyed. Plus, I need to go with somebody.
2 hours and 11 minutes of the War of the Rohirrim.
I'm sure there's gonna be some enjoyable parts. But listen, if I'm gonna talk about it, I have to see it.
As long as there's tits, I think I'll be good.
There's probably not.
Fuck me.
All right, let me make sure I'm not gonna blow everybody's eardrums out.
It is not easy to hold on to hope when an ill wind blows. Winter bit hard that year, yet still the siege held fast.
Who's out there?
All right, so first of all, that animation's choppy as shit on his face. It's like just the mouth moved. And also, does that voice really match this old man? Who's out there?
No.
Like,
he sounds young as fuck.
Dude, it just sounds like static British man. Who is out there?
Show yourself!
Also, the sharp teeth, why?
I guess it's a cool visual.
I get he's like a wild man, but like, I don't think they sharpen their teeth. They're still human. And he's got pointed ears. Like, they're not orcs, dude. They're human.
What happened here? Speak.
He killed them all. I saw. He tore them apart with his bare hands.
Who did?
See, now that guy sounds a little bit more Lord of the Ringsy.
Yeah.
Out with his bands. Like, a little bit. You're getting there.
Yeah, this might not be a terrible movie. Just mid.
It's not natural, the thing I saw. He's coming for us all.
What age is this taking place? The second age?
No, this would still be the third age.
So this is like
200 years.
Right before the Fellowship of the Ring?
Yeah, like 200 years before.
Oh, okay.
It's not that much longer before.
Are they going to incorporate Sauron in this somehow?
Yeah, I'm sure. I'm sure they will. I'm sure that they'll incorporate Gandalf somehow. I'm sure that they'll incorporate all the characters somehow.
Oh, man. All right. Sorry.
So this right here is supposed to be the blizzard during the siege of Helm's Deep.
Oh, that's what they were talking about. It was like never-ending snow or something. Yeah.
Yeah, and Helm goes
Yes,
out
yeah.
by himself every night and does like guerrilla warfare on these sons of
Yeah. Huh.
for like days. But in this, I think they're only going to make it one night. But it's supposed to be a couple nights. Like it starts with like a couple people disappearing.
It's the thing I don't get.
And
you
then it
have
goes through like
you have source material that you have access to.
Bro,
why not just fucking use it?
It's the same reason they're fucking making Snape black. It's like you have source material, damn it. It's like with Star Wars, they're like, well, we don't have Kathleen Kennedy literally saying, we don't have thousands of books like Marvel does. Yeah, because you made them not canon, and then you
had a whole EU. You had a whole EU.
But it wasn't the EU at the time. It only became the EU because Disney said none of this shit's canon. It's now the expanded universe.
Yeah.
It wasn't the EU.
Right.
But then they cherry picked. They were like, well, Dark Troopers, bring them in. Grand Admiral Thrawn, bring them in.
Right. Yeah.
Death Troopers, bring them in. And you just keep cherry picking shit from the EU that you like. And then you shit on it. You make it worse.
That's what's happening in the Rings of Power. And here, though, it's like
all the Inquisitors.
How much of this that you have seen?
All of the Inquisitors are just Starkiller, split into like 10 different characters.
Yeah. They should have just done Star Killer. How could you take a different twist on his
Starkiller
character?
was the Inquisitor. He was the one Inquisitor. And the reason they didn't do Starkiller is because if Starkiller was alive, like after the Empire, and he was still evil, Luke wouldn't have stood like nobody would have stood a chance except for Luke.
Yeah, but I still think Luke would have gotten beaten though, for sure.
Well, that's why Starkiller needed to be killed in the first game.
I understand. No, but like I'm saying, how much of what you've seen here and from what we've seen of the Lord of the Rohirrim did they take from the appendices, and how much are they making up?
So far, all of this is fairly accurate to what's happening.
Okay. So it's better than Rings of Power in that sense?
It's going to end up being like Rings of Power. Just wait. Especially the last line. The last line of this 8 minutes proves it. And you'll see.
God. Okay.
I'm also going to tell you one thing. Hera being here in general is like not a thing.
She's not here. She's not even
No,
involved
she's
in this.
in Edoras. And her name's not Hera. Okay. She doesn't have a name. She's not named. She is the daughter of Helm Hammerhand. That is her name. The daughter of Helm Hammerhand.
Yeah.
This is a war that Helm wages and ends up dying in.
Yeah.
During this battle. And that's not going to happen the same way. You'll see. Also, I'm going to tell you right now that no orcs are involved in this. It is a battle between men. The race of men.
Oh.
There's no
nice change.
There is no orcs involved in this at all in the book.
In the book, Roland. In the book. Uh-oh.
Hera's here.
Father?
Yo, how the fuck did he get up and get away? She's asleep on his bed. Like face down on like what you would assume would have been his like stomach or legs. Or
there's
chest.
Nothing
like holding her father.
There's no way that he could end up with her knowing.
Yes, that's what I'm saying.
Is she a super heavy sleeper?
Bro, now watch the animation on her.
Right.
So that's super smooth. That's CGI with a static background.
I can't even. Huh. Yeah.
So she just went CGI with a static background right there.
Huh. Yeah. I don't know if I like the animation.
Night after night, a ghostly horde.
All right, that's actually kind of a cool shot.
A harbinger of death. Fear took hold of Wolf's men. Whispers spread that Helm Hammerhand was human no more. He bore no weapon, and no weapon could smite him. A terror, born of madness and grief. A wreck.
So that is true. This is how it happens in the books. He would blow his horn every night, and people would just be like, fuck, we're going to lose men tonight. It was a fear tactic. And he would just beat the living shit out of it. That's why they call him Hammer Hand. Because his hands are like a hammer. Like a war hammer.
Interesting.
So he would literally was just one shot in motherfuckers, like breaking their skull.
And grief. A wraith. Wolf returned to a camp stalked by death, his carefully laid plans in disarray. He was king of nothing. But Wolf, son of Freka, would be damned before he was defeated by a ghost.
I'm not comparing it, but I kind of get like Attack on Titan vibes. Not saying that it's as good looking, but I kind of get like Attack on Titan vibes with like how with how people are animated and such. I just kind of get that vibe a little bit.
I want to ask you too. Does this shot look familiar at all?
Yeah, it kind of does. Yeah.
So it's the exact shot, pretty much, of the Battle of Helm's Deep, when the women and children are hiding in the back rooms.
Is that like a common thing for them?
And the entrances to the caves? No. Because in this, Helm's people are here. Not all of Helm's people were here during the battle. It was mostly his his warriors, his forces. There wasn't necessarily like women and children. They didn't evacuate Edoras the way that they evacuated Edoras the same way, if I remember correctly. I believe that Edoras still stood. I think this was a falling back point. And keep in mind, it's been a while since I've read the appendices of this battle, but I believe this was more of a falling back point of a military target.
Yeah.
I don't think all of his people like fled Edoras and had to walk miles and miles and miles like they do in the Two Towers, where they get attacked by wargs on the way. Aragorn falls off the cliff, and then they all end up in Helm's Deep, and like that becomes the new Edoras for a little while until the Uruk-hai show up and all the people are hiding in the back. Yeah, I'm not entirely sure, but I don't believe that's how it goes. But they do use exact shots here, except they switch it up a little bit.
True what they say. What? Has the king become a monster?
Yeah, that's literally a shot from the Two Towers.
A terrible, unholy sight. Eyes that burn like
Redhead's my
coals
fucking weakness.
as he feasts on the flesh.
Helm Hammerhand is no wraith.
Then how did he disappear from a...
I don't know who those characters are supposed to be.
That Granny's definitely getting action, bro.
I don't know who they're supposed to be, but keep in mind that there's it's all but confirmed right now, but Hera is supposed to meet a tribe of warrior women.
Oh? I mean, that's different.
Yeah, that doesn't exist.
See, I didn't know that. I'm not a casual fan of the Lord of the Rings, but I don't know all of the lore, so that's why I go to you for, things like this. Because,
there's no tribe of warrior women.
Yeah, I kind of figured that there wasn't, but,
that's what... There's female warriors within Tolkien's works, but they're few and far between, and that's what makes them special. That's what makes them good characters.
Yeah.
Locked and guarded room. Answer me that.
I don't know, but I do know he can't walk through walls.
Perhaps he can.
The only ghoul haunting these halls is you.
Yeah, neither of those characters is like a thing.
Olwen, can you hear me?
Huh.
Olwen is not a character, so I'm assuming she is one of the warrior women.
Muffler Tape, what's happening?
What's up, Muffler? How you doing, brother?
What's up, man?
Long time.
How you doing?
I know, Muffler, this is like kind of a rehash because he was watching Crimson's stream the other night, but I had to show this to Roman. So we are also going through the War of the...
Did you and Crimson watch this? Did you watch this whole thing?
Yeah, Crimson brought this to my attention because I didn't know they dropped it.
Yeah, why would they drop it now? Like, they should put this out, months ago. There's nothing that's been happening here so far. Things are going to happen.
Yeah.
This is definitely, the end of the movie, for sure.
No, I think considering I think we're going to see a lot of this. I think that this is the first 8 minutes. And then I think it switches back. Yeah, then it goes back in time to explain everything, is my guess. And then we'll probably get a jump forward again to what happens after this. That's my guess. Either way, we'll find out.
We'll find out
when you and I go and see the movie.
Where's she gone?
Olwen!
Dude, this animation is funky.
Yeah.
It's real funky.
Father?
I don't know. Sometimes it's
Okay, I don't know what the fuck that was supposed to be.
Sometimes it's CGI, other times it's not. It's weird.
And sometimes it's Maybelline.
Yeah.
Maybe it's CGI, maybe it's Maybelline. Who knows? Oh, this part? Her running looks so funky. Bro, she doesn't look like she was running fast enough for her to be out of breath.
I mean, you don't know, bro.
Dude, that was a light jog.
She may not have any stamina. It's possible.
Yes, muffler tape just put it fucking perfectly. Cold as hell, all is well. Yeah, I'm convinced this is a Chat GPT expansion of Tolkien lore with Hollywood checkboxes. That, dude, so fucking accurate. So accurate.
Yeah. Chat GBT is actually a good one. That's actually like really funny.
That's funny. That could also be applied to Rings of Power, but with more Hollywood checkboxes.
No, the scary thing is Rings of Power is written by humans. That shit is scary.
Is it though? Some of that dialogue will have you think different. And the one thing that's missing from War of the Rohirrim so far is any type of Tolkien dialogue. Like the way that they're talking is not Tolkien-esque. Whereas in Rings of Power, they ease into it too much. They lean into it too much, I should say. Because they'll be like, Sauron is bringing and like they like go way too hard in Rings of Power. Where in this, there's just none at all. It's just British voice actors, like, but they're not talking like they're from Middle Earth at all.
No, they sound like they're from like just like plain old London or something.
That's exactly it. They just have like a common British accent.
Yeah.
Dude, look at the running. Wait. Now this.
What was that shot?
This right here is an animated character moving in a static background that's coming forward.
Yeah.
Right, right. Check them before you eat them. You fat slug.
Now there's just orcs here.
You said there were no orcs in this story.
There's not.
You know why? Because they're recognizable. That's why they're here.
This orc's just vibing, shirtless, in the fucking snow.
And if there's orcs, you know that.
He's got a pile of snow on his head.
If there's orcs here, Roland, do you know what that means? My theory's right. Sauron's involved in this in some way.
100%. 100%. Because the orcs are watching over this and Sauron's trying to figure some shit out. And I think because they keep mentioning, like they just had 2 people mention that Helm Hammerhand is a wraith now. They're going to do the uncanon Shadow of War story. Where Helm Hammerhand is one of the ring wraiths.
Yeah, but that was cooler in that game, though. Yeah, that was actually cool for that game.
It still made no sense. Because they give him a ring of power when, like, that's 200 years before it's during the Third Age. Like, it doesn't make sense.
True. Yeah.
And they have the ring of power be the reason why he, like, kills Freka. And then starts this war. And it's like that doesn't happen. And they had in War in the North, or yeah, not War in the North. That's a fucking great game. My bad. War in the North is the shit. Shadow of War. If you ever have the chance, play Lord of the Rings War in the North. It's a really fun game that takes place during the movies, but it's about the battles of Angmar and shit in the North to stop the Northern forces from coming down to fuck with the Fellowship and what they're doing.
Huh.
Which is actually, it's not canon either, but it's a really good story.
I never played it.
Because there is battles that happen in, the Blue Mountains with the dwarves and, all these other different battles and how Angmar is trying to rise again. Again, it's not canon, but there is these little battles that are mentioned during the Lord of the Rings novels that just kind of stop the orcs from coming down from the mountains, because then it would be like a pincer maneuver on a large scale where the Fellowship is moving from west to east, and you have orcs coming from the east and the south, and then from Mordor, of course, and Saruman's in the south, so you have Saruman's forces coming up with Mordor's forces coming from the east, and then this would be the orcs in Gundabad and other places in the mountains that are coming from the north. So the War in the North game is the people that are trying to stop that from affecting the Fellowship and getting Frodo to Mordor.
Right. Yeah.
So it's pretty cool. It's a cool game. It's brutal as fuck. So that's
basically, from what I am gathering, because of this orc being here, this movie is not canon.
Yeah, well, yeah, but also because of Freya being, or Hera being here, this movie's not canon. Whatever the fuck her name is, Hera. Because of Hera being here, this movie's not canon.
Her name is Ho.
Yeah. So if you've ever played The Force Unleashed 2 on the Wii, I know, very strange, but if you ever played on the Wii, it has full-on dismemberment of stormtroopers. That's War in the North. Play War in the North, and you literally are cutting the arms and legs off of orcs, and they're trying to crawl. And
they have that on all of the versions, bro.
No, they don't. Not on Xbox.
Oh well, they had it on. They had it on the PlayStation and shit like that.
All right, well, it's not on Xbox.
Damn.
Yeah, if you play Force Unleashed,
Roland swears by the Force Unleashed games on the fucking Wii.
Yeah, I do. They had a Smash Bros. Game mode, dude.
Yeah.
That was the shit. It was literally Smash Bros. But with Star Wars characters. Yeah, that's fucking cool.
Yeah. And there's also more levels and shit, isn't there?
If anything, bro, buy a Wii for $100 just to play Force Unleashed on it. You'll have fun.
There's a Wii at my local GameStop for $32.
That's what I'm saying. Buy it just to play Force Unleashed. It's worth it. But anyway, yeah, War in the North is the shit. It's a really fun game. I went New Game Plus on that shit 4 or 5 times.
Nice.
But anyway, let's continue.
There's still 3 minutes left of this shit.
I'm just going through the fact that most of this lore is bullshit. And listen to the orcs' voices here. Do these guys sound like orcs to you from any of the movies? Because, the last thing I remember is looks like meat's back on the menu, boys.
Yeah.
Or yeah, why don't we get some meat? They sound weird. They sound like they got a Cockney accent or a real gruff voice with a British accent. These guys just sound blah.
I told you before.
Oh, of course.
From on high.
What does Mordor want with rings, anyway?
So they're just taking rings. What does Mordor want with rings anyway? Because the one ring still hasn't been found. Gollum still has it at this point.
Sauron's gather me as many rings as you possibly can. Maybe I can forge it into the one ring again.
No, it's probably just like give me as many rings as you can so that I can figure out which one's the real. But like, what does Mordor want with rings? See, they would know. The orcs would know if it was the One Ring because they are attracted to the One Ring. That's why Frodo can't put on the One Ring when he's in fucking Mordor. Because Sauron would sense it, and then all of his forces would go directly towards Frodo.
Mm-hmm.
That's why when he puts it on and Sauron's eye hits him, like, shit happens.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the wraiths start like flying towards like Mount Doom and shit like that.
That's during Aragorn's distraction.
Yes.
Because Aragorn distracts Sauron by showing up because he wants to wipe out the line of Isildur and the Númenóreans.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why Aragorn shows up to be like, yo, motherfucker, I'm here. Let's start
That's
shit.
when he says Frodo, right?
Yes. And in the original script of that, instead of the cave troll coming out, it was supposed to be Sauron. Like himself.
Well, in the extended edition, it's the mouth of
Sauron. No. The mouth of Sauron comes out regardless in the extended edition. But a cave troll shows up after that during the fight.
Right, yes. Yeah.
And that cave troll was supposed to be Sauron.
Why didn't they do that?
They thought it'd be a little bit too on the nose.
Yeah. Proceed.
Well, hey, the less I know, the better.
Dude, that fucking voice sucks. The less I need, the better. Like, that's fucking...
Why do they sound like that?
They sound really bad.
Smell that?
They can smell you from Mount Doom.
No. I smell fresh meat.
Now,
they sound like how I talk when I'm trying to imitate a British person.
Now, what he should have said is man flesh. That would have been a Lord of the Rings line.
Yeah.
You smell that? He goes, they can smell you from Mount Doom. And then he goes, no, man flesh. And they both would have turned around because orcs can smell human. He said fresh meat instead.
Man, this sucks.
Again, this animation's funky as shit.
Sometimes it's okay, but then like other times it's not.
Yeah, but okay is not like, dude, Ghibli movies look better than this.
Yeah.
And they were made in the 80s. And that's no slight towards the Ghibli movies because their animation is spectacular. But this is done by like a subsidy of Ghibli. Watch the way she crawls. Funky looking, dude. It's not her actually
like that.
She's not actually crawling. The background's just moving and she's moving her arms.
Was there mocap for this movie?
Apparently a little bit, but I'll go back again. Watch. The background just slides and she's moving her arms and legs. Huh. Also, this makes no sense. So that is what I can only assume to be a mountain troll. Or
right.
Because in Rings of Power, of course, Galadriel, who killed the ice troll in under 10 seconds, ice trolls are not a thing. Yet this one, like, I'm assuming that's a helmet with the horns on it. But a mountain troll is way bigger. Mountain trolls are like 15 to 20 feet tall.
Holy shit.
So I would assume this is an Olag High, which are a war, or actually, I must say War in the North again, a Shadow of Mordor or Shadow of War creation, which is a mixture between a cave troll and an Uruk-hai. And the Olag High are like these big orcs that you can fight that are like sentient cave trolls, like more sentient than a regular cave troll. Like they can speak.
Yeah.
So I'm assuming this is supposed to be an Olag High, which again is not like a Tolkien creation. But even
they're just
so,
making stuff up now. Nice.
Even so, this just looks funky. It doesn't look like a troll, and they don't explain what the fuck this is. But it's not an orc. It's not. It can't be an Uruk-hai because Uruk-hai don't exist yet. So that's also another reason why an Olag High would not make sense. But I mean, they could also call them Olags or Olag High, and they're a mixture between like high-end orcs. Because even in Shadow of Mordor and Shadow of War, like the word high shouldn't be a thing unless that's just like how it works, like H-A-I, because like Uruk-hai, like there's Uruks, but there's not Olags. So I guess like a troll, half orc, maybe instead of half troll, half Uruk. But even still, if this is a mountain troll, it should be huge. Ice trolls are a Rings of Power creation. So if this is an ice troll, again, it doesn't make much sense because they didn't know the blizzard was going to happen. So like ice trolls shouldn't be living around here. And yeah, it's just funky. It's funky.
It's a nice way of saying that this is ass.
Got ourselves a live one.
Not much meat on her. May as well feed her to the beast.
And they call it the beast. So that makes me think it's supposed to be a troll. Or an Olag. But Olags can talk, so it makes me think it's supposed to be a troll that's like got weird armor on. But even still, if it's a mountain troll, it should be fucking massive. If it's a cave troll, it shouldn't be wearing a helmet or have a mouth like that or even have a beard. They're hairless. They live in caves. So this is just literally a beast. It makes no sense. Unless this is like a massive orc for some reason. But that also doesn't make sense.
I don't know, man. I mean, you know what? I'm going to make...
That's why they have trolls, bro, because they can't make orcs bigger than orcs are.
Nah, bro. This is going to be a giant orc. I'm calling that shit right now.
Well, it's about to not matter in about fucking 2 seconds. So they skipped that entire fight scene.
Yeah, why? Just show that shit.
Because Helm Hammerhand's not allowed to get a fight scene, apparently. Even though he technically is the main character of the original story. No, they just completely skip him actually fighting.
Do you think they'll show it in the actual movie?
No. I think that was actually what that scene is. I think they actually fade the black there because you can't have a man saving a woman. That's not PC anymore.
Hello, Daimyo.
Even though it's a father protecting his daughter, like you can't have that. Aliens a conspiracy, Daimyo? Yes, it does. Yes, it does look woke and gay.
I love how he had to put the daimyo in parentheses. That's funny.
Well, he had to because some people don't know. I know that aliens have conspiracy as daimyo, but other people don't.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just, dude. You think this looks woke, dude? Wait until the last line of this.
What is that?
It's the king!
Okay, wait. Who the fuck are those kids?
Dude, that kid is probably supposed to be Helm's nephew who actually ends up taking... Why do they show it like he's looking through binoculars? Hold the fuck on. Hold the fuck on when they're running. But like that right there is probably supposed to be Helm's nephew, who actually is the one who becomes the king, and Helm's nephew is Theoden's great-great-grandfather.
Oh, okay.
Or great-grandfather?
Why does he look like Jack Harlow? Kind of.
And the chick in the bottom right is that same old woman, and she's probably one of the warrior women. Wait until he's looking, dude. It looks like he's looking through binoculars. See how it's like fucking blacked out? Looks like he's looking through a scope.
Is that how he sees? That would suck.
I don't know, dude. The running looks fucking bad, though.
What is that?
It's the king!
Humans don't run that way.
Stop! Go!
What are you doing? Rohan still needs you.
No, Hera. They need you.
They need her, dude. They don't need him. They need her. Why do they need her?
They need her.
No fucking reason. She has done nothing. So she's also the reason that he gets fucking killed now. Watch
You
this.
must lead them now.
You must lead them now. So she's the reason he gets killed. Because she went out there looking for him and he had to save her ass.
Is this cooler in the actual book?
Yes. Because in the actual book, he doesn't die here. The blizzard ends and everything's frozen. They hide back there the entire time. The king's out there killing shit. And the blizzard ends and he's standing on the pile of dead bodies with his fist in the air, frozen.
That's fucking badass.
It's badass as fuck.
We definitely won't get that here.
He kills all of them. The rest of them retreat.
We will not get that here.
No, we won't.
I'm afraid, Olwen. I cannot save them.
December 13th.
Perhaps not.
Fuck,
There is
man.
something you can do. You can choose.
I don't want to watch this movie.
You can choose how.
Eagles, remember? Remember the Eagles? I remember the Eagles.
They're from the Lord of the Rings movie.
Dude, those are a Lord of the Rings.
They had to put shots from the actual movies in the fucking War of the Rohirrim trailer.
Bro, those Eagles are they're a thing from Lord of the Rings. I remember them. That looks fucking terrible.
It's an elephant.
Yeah, it is an elephant, which are in the fucking battle. But this looks terrible.
Yeah, what the fuck is that?
What the fuck was that? Just. That's terrible.
We cannot show weakness. Not to her.
Advance! Is there no one left to face me? Helm, have a hand! stand still!
You may wear a crown upon your head, but that does not make you a king.
Bro, so she's going to fight him in her wedding dress.
I mean, it's cool for like visual shit.
Ultimate fucking girl boss right here, dude. What are you talking about? She's wearing armor. They're still at Helm's Deep, and she rolls up in a wedding dress.
Hey, man, listen. When was the last time that we had a main character fighting people in a fucking wedding dress? We hardly ever get that. Listen, bro, it's fucking new. It's fucking new. You know what I mean?
It's fucking lame. She's killing the person she was supposed to marry in her wedding dress.
I'm not disagreeing.
Before I go, let me dress in my wedding dress real quick.
I'm just saying it's fucking different.
Instead of wearing the outfit I was wearing, which is more suitable for combat, I'm gonna dress up in a dress.
I'm not defending it. I'm just saying it's fucking different because
I don't know. The wedding dress in Pirates of the Caribbean actually made sense.
Okay, true. Yeah. Okay.
That was a plot point.
All right.
This is not a plot point. I bet you she just puts this on and walks out there. There's a whole plot revolving around the wedding dress in Dead Man's Chest.
True.
A whole subplot.
You got a point. All right, let's see what.
And I bet you that Elizabeth Swann could have kicked ass in that dress. If she had to.
To whom are you pledged?
Death.
That's dumb as fuck. Having that entire thing connected to your fucking hand and your sword is dumb as fuck. Also, if you've seen this scene, which they also released, she just doesn't answer any of his questions. And at this point, he's got a ton of people behind him that he could literally just send out there to kill her. She's one person. He could literally just go, yo, just fucking shoot her. Shoot her. There's people surrounding her right now. Shoot her. Shoot her and I'm king. Literally just shoot her and I'm king. They don't do it.
Death.
When the songs of this day are sung, when the names of its heroes are read, we will stand!
No. Nah. Nope. You know what? All right. Let's put this shit in a poll. Do you guys want us to watch this shit? Seriously.
We're watching it.
Don't.
We're watching it. I will say one thing. I want that popcorn bucket.
I have an idea. I can tell you off of stream, but I think that you'll like it. I mean,
they're gonna say yes to us watching it. I've already said on Crimson's channel I'm gonna watch it, so I know the people.
No, well, I'm saying
because Crimson's gonna watch it, so I have to fucking watch it. So I'm making you watch it with me.
Instead of Monday, all right, we do that shit on Wednesday when I get paid. That way I can pay for it. And then we do a live stream reacting to the movie afterward.
That works.
That's what I'm thinking.
We'll have to check the showings.
Yeah.
Are you not working on Wednesday?
Nope. I'm off completely.
Okay, well then we'll have to check the showings, showtimes, but that works.
See? Yeah. And then I'm thinking Like,
everyone's like, I
we
really
could
don't
just
want to go that early. I don't want to go on Monday. It would suck.
you know, I kind of really don't want to go on Monday either because
Yeah,
I'm gonna
Monday's
be
like
fucking.
my first day off after like 2 days. That would kind of be nice if I could get some shit done.
Yeah. Nah, man, I feel you. But quickly before we wrap stream, how is the new indie game? Because you said that like that shit was good.
I'm enjoying it.
Is it good or do
If
you
you like
it?
that type of game, yeah. It's an interesting story in the beginning. I'm trying to do this without spoilers, but like I was running around the Vatican for like 6 hours on Monday. Like doing different side quests. So like when you're in a location, you can do the main story. And the voice actor that plays Indy, pretty solid. But you can run around like you're in the Vatican for a while in the beginning. You do the main story, but there's like tons of side quests and side things to do. Like one is collecting ancient artifacts, the other one is like finding things of the Nephilim. So like the story revolves around the Nephilim, which I think is really interesting in the book of Enoch from the Bible.
Nice.
So like the fallen angels and the giants and stuff. And that all has to do with like the Great Circle, which is also like it makes me think that somebody who was like writing this game is really into ancient civilizations. Kind of the same way that I am, and I know Daimyo is, because they're talking about like real life things on like, dude, like there's a whole thing. Daimyo, you'll probably like this. But there's like a whole thing where you have to collect these ancient pieces from the Nephilim.
Nice.
That are like the nubs that are on the stones. And if you guys at all are into ancient civilizations, you know that in multiple places on the world, there's these weird rounded nubs that are carved in relief on these bricks, and no one knows what the nubs are for. So people are trying to figure it out, but Indy's also trying to figure out what these nubs are. And that's like a side quest you can do in each location. I'm assuming by the end of the game, if you collect all of them, you get like some sort of answer to it or whatever. But I really like the whole idea that it's revolving around the Nephilim and the idea of ancient civilizations and how they're all connected and how the Great Circle itself, which is strangely like a real thing, which is that if you go to like the Nazca lines, pyramids of Giza, there's a couple, like there's like multiple other locations. I think it's like 7 or 8 locations, but like if you draw a circle around the entire thing, like on Earth, they all line up like a perfect circle. It's like a weird thing, but it's true. So it's like Indy's like, is it coincidence or not? You know, and like the Nazis are trying to like get all these artifacts from the Nephilim. So like while you're in the Vatican, there's a ton of things going on with like Christianity.
What is the
like now?
What is the gameplay like? What is the gameplay like?
Gameplay is a lot of stealth, but not necessarily. Like you can wear different outfits. So like when you're in the Vatican, you're dressed as a priest.
Ooh.
And you can
okay.
walk, but like Mussolini's men are in control of the Vatican. So you can like eventually you can get an outfit that's like the black shirts from Mussolini, and you can dress up as one of their soldiers, and you can end up getting into like secret locations as one of their soldiers.
I guess like what I'm asking is, does it kind of play as like a pseudo Assassin's Creed, or is it more like?
So it's first person. It plays as. It's hard to say. It kind of plays as its own thing.
Right.
You use your whip a lot. You can. So there's a lot of like wall climbing. There's a lot of like using your whip to get up to stuff and climbing your whip up. When you're climbing, it's third person, like Assassin's Creed climbing. But like the rest of the game is first person. The combat's first person. You can like pick up random things. Like so, you'll pick up a bottle. You can smash bottles over people's heads. You can throw bottles to like get them to go to different locations. You can beat motherfuckers with a broom if you want to. Like, I found a fly swatter and I was smacking the shit out of somebody with it. Like, it's like improvised combat a lot, because if you use your pistol,
cool.
yeah, like if you use your pistol, like it's gonna draw attention. Certain guards will recognize that you're not one of them, or you're not a priest, so you have to like get away from them real quick, get to a different location before they recognize
cool,
you.
actually.
Indie. It's on Game Pass, so that's why I'm playing it right now. But I'm really liking it, dude. The only thing I'd have to say is they had to drop in some of that woke shit, because you meet a character when you first get to Egypt, and she is there's a character named Gina, who's like the Indie's like side, like the girl that's with him, because there's a girl in every movie, except for, well, no, even in Last Crusade, there's the Nazi spy, but. So you meet this like chick named Gina, and she's trying to find her sister, like, and her sister's missing, and her sister was the leading archaeologist in languages, like ancient languages, and apparently like the Nazis and Mussolini hired her, and now she's like missing. So she's trying to find her. She runs into Indy. Indy like ends up helping her. Like they have a reluctant friendship at first, and now they're like helping each other in Giza. And her friend in Giza mentions something about her sister, and then Gina's like, well, she still loves you. And I was like, of course there has to be lesbians in this. Like, they had to throw it in there. And it's a throwaway line, but it's there because it's during Indy like doing something with a snake, so like it's kind of like goofy, but I'm like, it was 1937. You know what I mean? Like, like it's like something they just throw in there real quick, but like I really love the exploration, like of using a torch or using like a lighter to get your way through certain places. Like,
is it open world?
It's open world, yeah.
Ooh,
so like you can do the main story, or you can do like other side quests, like there's little dungeons, for lack of a better term, where you can go and find artifacts and shit.
That sounds cool.
This game sounds cool. So you're literally being indie, like going through these different locations to find cool shit. Like I ended up in a underground Egyptian location last time I played. Like when I first got to Giza, I did this quick little mission, and you end up in this little short dungeon where there's a lot of puzzles, and the puzzles are fun. They're not too difficult.
Yeah,
but they're a lot of fun, and like scorpions start coming out of the wall, so you have to like use your torch to scare the scorpions away while you grab what you can to like smash through walls. The fist fighting combat is weird at first, but if you get used to it and you know how to block and know how to punch and stuff, it gets pretty good. Then you can also use your whip to like smack people in the head. Like if you back up far enough, you can whip them and it'll break their fucking block, and then you can run up and beat the shit out of them. The knockout stuff is fun. Like I picked up a bust of like a Roman, and I like walked up behind a guy and just smashed the fucking thing over his head.
Nice.
So like it's fun. I enjoyed it a lot, but I have a lot of fun doing the side stuff. I mean, the story's good so far. I'm trying to do this without spoiling the story if anybody wants to play it, because it is really enjoyable, and the game only just came out Monday. But I'm enjoying it. I haven't seen what anybody else has said about it, but I haven't gotten past Giza. So I just did the Sphinx mission, and now I'm moving on to like other locations that are excavation spots in Giza. Before I'm sure I'm going to head into the Pyramid of Giza, but
I'm glad it's good, bro, because we haven't had an indie game in a while.
Yeah, we haven't had an indie game since Lego Indiana Jones.
Yeah, so
I mean, like I'm really enjoying it so far, but I will give like a full review when I finish the game. But I mean, like I said, like I spent 6 hours walking around the Vatican, doing all the side quests, exploring all the locations.
Who's he voiced by?
I don't know. I can tell you in a second. No. Indiana Jones and the Great Circle cast. I'm sure there's a lot of people talking shit on it. But it's fun, dude. It's the most fun I've had playing Xbox in a while. Like on a single player game.
That's nah, bro.
Troy Baker. It's Troy Baker.
It's Troy Baker? Really?
Yeah.
Cool.
Which actually is like pretty fucking cool. I didn't even know it was Troy Baker, but he does a good indie.
So Pain is Indiana Jones.
Holy shit! Yeah. That's
and also,
wild.
and also Batman is Indiana Jones, which is cool too. And Nate from Uncharted.
Nathan Drake.
He plays Nate. That's Troy. That's fucking Troy. That's fucking Troy Baker.
Name. Now he's in Bleach too. He's in Full Metal Alchemist. He's in Naruto. He's in Dragon Ball. He's in Bleach.
Troy Baker. Nathan Drake. Yup.
Huh.
My boy Troy.
He's in the Arkham series.
Troy Baker's in.
Bro, he's in Mortal Kombat.
Troy Baker's in Uncharted. He's in the fourth one. He is not Nate. I'm sorry. Nate is played by Nolan North.
Yeah, Nolan North.
Yeah.
Oh, that's pretty cool. Anime 4 or 5. That's Troy Baker this weekend. Just saying. That's pretty cool. Well, maybe we'll talk about Indiana Jones for a second.
Dude, Troy Baker's cool. You know who else is cool? Steve fucking Bloom, bro. That guy's played
Steve Blum. Steve Blum is the man.
Steve Blum is awesome. He's played Green Goblin, Orochimaru, Spike Spiegel. Wasn't he
Tank Dempsey from Black Ops?
Yes. Yeah. Yeah, he's in like every American anime. He's in Bleach. He's Kenpachi Zaraki in Bleach, I'm pretty sure. And he's also like Wolverine, which is cool too.
Or not Kenpachi, he's somebody else. He's somebody in Bleach. Yeah, he's fucking dope. All right, why am I missing this? PoE 2. Muffler tube. Path of Exiles. Path of Exiles 2. I heard it's really fun. Have not played it yet. Heard it's really fun. Yeah, if you get the opportunity, check out the Indiana Jones game. It's fun.
Is it on PlayStation? Do you happen to know?
I'm sure it is, but it's on. Actually, I don't know, but it's on Game Pass. So.
All right. Well, if I find it, I will literally stream it. So
yeah, if you like exploring and like stealth combat and stuff like that, like the closest thing I can think to it is it's Dishonored gameplay, but you can actually like walk past enemies if you're dressed as the right person.
Huh.
Like instead of Dishonored, where you have to hide from everybody. It's very close. Like, I love Dishonored. That's like one of my favorite stealth games.
That sounds cool.
But dude, one of my favorite parts is like if there's people standing on a ledge. Like I love just walking up to a Nazi standing next to a dig site and just pushing him. He just fucking falls off the cliff. He's like, ah! Just great. Yeah, you can hide bodies and stuff. Unlike Star Wars Outlaws, you can actually kill people and then hide their body, or knock people out and then hide their body. It's very Indiana Jones-like. It's very Indiana Jones-like.
Yeah, so basically you just get to punch Nazis.
Yeah, you get to like dress up as them and like walk right past them, and they don't even know it's you. Like,
nice.
It's enjoyable.
Nice.
It's fun shit. Again,
Nice.
it's and the way the skills work, I really like because you can like find books, and like by reading the books, you then unlock the skill. But then you have to like get adventure points, so it wants you to do the side quests. Because for every side quest, you get a certain amount of like adventure points, and then you can use those points to unlock skills for indie that just make the gameplay like better or harder. You have to use bandages to heal yourself. You have to use food to like heal and get stamina back. You always carry like a certain weapon on you, and if your weapon breaks, that's a thing they added. So weapons breaking. But if your weapon breaks, you have repair kits, so always pick up repair kits. Dude, I'm really enjoying it. It's a lot of fun.
That's awesome, bro. That's awesome.
The stealth is fun. It's different. And like even at points where I got caught during stealth, I just picked up like a candlestick, and just beat the shit out of like people like with the freaking candlestick. Like you just get in a fight with like 6 people, and you're just like blah blah blah. And you can get one where like if you go down during combat, like you can pick up your hat, put it back on as like a self revive. And like you go back with like half health, so you like get back up, you try and escape and like eat some food real quick or bandage up.
Sounds cool shit.
It's pretty fun, dude. And it's if you're into ancient civilizations at all, like this game is really about that. So if you know anything about the Book of Enoch or the Nephilim or the Great Circle, or you want to talk about the freaking pyramids of Giza and like Egyptian lore or like Christianity, like mythology and like all that stuff, like it's so far it's been really into that, and it's like stuff that I watch them talk about on like Forbidden Frontier on Nerdrotics channel. So that's why I'm like, wow, this is fucking cool.
Yeah. So y'all go check out the Indiana Jones game.
So far, I've only put in like because I did a lot of side quests. I probably put in like 10 hours.
That's still a
significant. So that's a pretty solid like go ahead, but I don't know how the story turns out because I do a lot of the side quests. So I don't know. The story might end up being like really shitty, but it takes place in between Raiders of the Lost Ark and The Last Crusade, because a lot of people don't know this, but Temple of Doom, the second movie, is actually before Raiders, the first movie.
Yep.
So if you want to get spooked, look at Randall Carlson and Suspicious Observers for 2 possible reasons for the Younger Dryas. I have. The Younger Dryas event is nuts.
We gotta talk about that on like Monday Night Mayhem.
Dude, I've been wanting that. That is the reason that I wanted to start Monday Night Mayhem. Yeah, Randall Carlson and the Suspicious Observers, both fucking awesome. Watch Randall Carlson on JRE, Joe Rogan. The Suspicious Observers are also a great channel to sub to if you're interested in any of this stuff. But the Younger Dryas event is some nutty shit, and it could happen again. Muffler, dude, like we got to talk about some of this shit at one point. Fun to have you on for a Monday Night Mayhem and talk about this.
That would be fun. That would be fun as shit. But yeah, no, I mean,
Muffler and I got to talk about Tokyo Ghoul with Crimson.
But hey, I mean, in all seriousness, though, thank you all for watching, and I'm glad that we were able to get like a full length stream in, because I had a job interview and I wasn't sure that I was gonna make it. So I'm just glad that we were able to get a full stream in. And Roland, before we head on out of here, do you want to plug anything or
regular old stuff? Rolo Films on Instagram, Rolo Lord on Twitter, X, whatever you want to call it. That's pretty much it.
All I'll say is
I will not be on Crimson's show on Saturday.
Nope. He's hanging out with me. Nah.
I got a whole. everybody's coming over for a bonfire apparently. So
yeah,
I'm the bonfire.
So, but so y'all know where to find me, and if things all go to plan, we'll see you guys next week for a review of War of the Rohirrim.
Yeah. So without further ado, until next time, guys, Merry Christmas, because it's Christmas time.
Yes, sir. Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah, Kwanzaa, Atheist Day, whatever the fuck it is that you celebrate. I'm just trying to throw it all out there until next time.
Merry Christmas. Have a good one.
Until next. See you.